How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and welcome to episode 31 of Zootopia Home Video. Today, I am continuing my look-see of the German Zoomania copies of the film, and today, we are going to be looking at the German Zoomania Steelbook. As with the rest of my German copies of Zoomania, a huge thank you to Ned from Germany for sending me this, as well as everything else that you've seen in the past, as well as next week's episode. That's right. Even after this, we still have one more Zoomania copy to look at, if you can believe it. So, here we go. This is the German Zoomania copy of Zoomania on Steelbook. Man, having a hard time talking today, I guess. Now, this is interesting, though. According to blu-ray.com, this was not released in Germany. This was released in Switzerland. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what blu-ray.com says, so that's what I'm going with. It was released in Switzerland on July 14, 2016, the same day as all the other copies of Zoomania that we have seen from its original release. I don't know why it lists this as Switzerland. I tried looking to see if there are other Swiss copies of Zootopia, and not really. Not Zoomania, anyway. I thought Zoomania was exclusive to Germany, but anyway. So, the first thing you'll notice about this is it looks identical to the Steelbook that we saw from the UK several episodes back. Well, as I said when I showed this off, this art of the Steelbook is called worldwide art. There are two different kinds of Steelbook covers. One is worldwide art and one is world exclusive art. If it's worldwide art, that means that it's the same art that was released all throughout the world, mostly at the same time in different various regions. So this is in fact the exact same Steelbook as this. They are in fact the same. There are, of course, differences between them. So the big thing, obviously, is this J-card. Actually, I don't know what it's called. A J-card, as I understand it, actually wraps around the top, and this is more like a little stand that it slips inside of and doesn't go anywhere. It's a nice stand. I love this design of cards for Steelbooks. I wish we had these here in the US. Anyway, we do have this card that says clearly Zoomania instead of Zootropolis. That's how you'll know where it's from, because it comes with the card. We have the Disney 3D logo there. The two spines actually don't have anything compared to the UK version, which has all of the legal information that you would be used to seeing in that region. Also, I will note on the back here, it's basically the same design as we usually see with 3D backs of Zootopia, except you'll notice here at the top there is a review of the film, Gloriously Funny. I don't see one here. This is the first back of Zootopia, at least from its original release, where I don't see a review of the film on the back, and that's very interesting. Also, worth noting, it doesn't have the tagline here, which I'm not even going to look it up. But, you know, that tagline, pretty clever, funny, clever, whatever it is, it's not there. And this was released the same day as the other original releases, so interesting. Anyway, we have a little award symbol up there. We have the rating there. Thank goodness they put the rating on the back. It's still fairly big, but at least it's on the back and not the front or the sides. So, yeah. Otherwise, the Steelbook itself, as I said, is exactly the same. Even the serial number on the bottom is the same, which I realized I didn't do a good job of showing it off last time, but it's right there. It's the exact same serial number as on the bottom of this, and I looked it up. I believe when I showed off this Steelbook, I said that it ends in an A, and I think if it's a single disc version, it ends in a B. I was incorrect about that. The final three digits are 59A on the 2-disc version, and it's 58A on the 1-disc version, which we'll get to in a future video. Otherwise, yeah, again, this Steelbook is precisely exactly the same as this. I wouldn't be surprised if they were manufactured in the exact same plant on the exact same day. We got this beautiful, really cool, kind of crowded picture here on the front. This is essentially the theatrical poster of Zootopia with all the animals all together. This big empty space up here where the logo would be on the poster. Now it's just empty. In terms of Steelbook designs, this is not among my favorite, but when Zootopia released, this was about all that you had, and Steelbook collectors will be happy with anything. The spine, again, has the characters without the name of the film. No Zoomania, no Zootopia, no Zootropolis, just the Disney logo at the top, and then we got Nick, Judy, Bogo, Clawhauser, Flash, and Mr. Big, and then the Blu-ray disc logo there at the bottom. Then on the back is, I really like this. I kind of wish this was on the front and the poster was on the back, but oh well. We got Judy pulling Nick by his tie. Very flashy. There's no embossing, there's no debossing. It's a flat image on a metal steelbook. And if you were to open it up, there we go. I'll go ahead and take the discs out here real quick so we can once again take a look at the back, or the inside in its entirety, rather. So we got this scene from the DMV, Judy and Nick talking with Flash. He's in the middle of looking at his tablet. Our Steelbook here in the US, which was released several years later, has a slightly different look to it. It's this same scene, but they're all looking more at the camera instead. I think that works better, but as I said in that video, I'm a little biased because I live here. So it's what I'm used to seeing. And of course, we got the two discs. We have our normal Blu-ray, which is the exact same one that we've seen in every other release up until now. It's region-free, so it'll work in every single Blu-ray player in the world, and it has all the bonus features. It's the exact same disc. And then, you also have, first time I'm showing this off, the Zoomania 3D Blu-ray, and that's what this looks like. So, if we were to compare the two, see how the normal Blu-ray has like this blue color and the 3D Blu-ray has more of a gray color, more like a silver, I guess. The layout is very similar, you know, solid color on one side and characters on the other. This 3D Blu-ray is also region-free, so as long as you have a 3D Blu-ray player and a way of playing, of watching 3D Blu-rays, then this will work no matter where you are in the world. And, yeah. And I should mention, actually, I believe this actually has extra languages. Let me double check that to make sure. Nope, it's the exact same. German, English, and Italian. So, yeah. There you go. That is the German Steelbook. I'm sure most people in Europe got this one. There's not much of a reason to get the German Zoomania when you can get the Zootropolis from UK. This would probably cost less, both back then and now. It was more readily available. It defaults to English. Of course, English is on the text on the back, and yeah. Believe it or not, there actually was a version of this Steelbook that released with the word Zootopia on it in Hong Kong, and I don't have that. So, yeah, if you wanted a Steelbook at launch on release day back in June 2016, or sorry, July 2016 in Europe, then your choices were basically the English version of Zootropolis or the German Zoomania, as well as a few others, like France had a version of Zootopia, and again, that Hong Kong version, but anyway, like, you get what I'm saying, I think. There you go. And that was the German Zoomania Steelbook. So, that almost brings our German subset to an end. There is still one more that I need to show off, and you might be wondering, well, if you're showing off the 3D Steelbook, shouldn't you be showing off the original 3D release of the film in Germany? To which I say, you're absolutely right, and we're going to be taking a look at that next time. So thanks everyone for watching. Once again, huge thank you to Ned in Germany for helping me procure this for my collection, as well as all my copies of Zoomania in my collection. If there is a version of Zootopia, Zootropolis, Zoomania, Zootopia, etc. on home video that you want for me to cover in the future, let me know. Also, please let me know in the comments if this was helpful to you. I sure hope it was. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.